Hi, I'm Doug.
Hi, I'm Stephany.
Welcome to our channel.
Welcome.
This video we're sharing is from a private chat that we had with the Galactic Federation. We do talk to them every day, even though we're not posting videos. It's
almost every day.
Yeah, almost every day, and for a couple of hours we'll be talking. And so this video I thought was just really good. I just posted as is. There's a lot of information that we've talked about in other chats that we've had with them that ended up sort of all together and explained in a really good way. So if you can listen to it, I know it's long, but you will learn a lot from it if you do listen to it. But it'll also give you a good idea of a typical chat that we may have. So because we treat each other from both sides as family, we are soul family, it is a bit casual. Sometimes we even tell jokes. Just sit here telling jokes. We're making them up on the spot. It can be like that, but or we might be ribbing each other about different things. So it was just a good chat because there is actually a lot of very good information about human evolution, a bit about the body and how it upgrades according to how we spiritually evolve. So the body goes along with that as well.
Yes, it is casual because they say as well that they adjust to our energies and to our personalities. So it feels familiar and it feels comfortable.
We're not serious people.
No, we're not. So, yes.
Especially this one.
I'm trying to be.
Okay. Anyway, we hope you enjoy the video.
Yes, we hope you enjoy it. I'm not trying to be serious. Hi, welcome.
Welcome back.
We are the Galactic Federation of Love and Life from the 5th Density. Welcome.
Welcome back. Nice to talk to you again.
Same. Entering the 6th.
Yes, I was wondering.
We know. We are aware of your thoughts.
Are you? When did this
energetically we align to your energy too.
Okay.
We sense the emotions as well. We are not going to disclose things that we can gather or capture if it's no needed for your progress, you see.
Yeah, that's right.
And if it's not allowed either.
That's okay. You're allowed?
Thank you.
We're all family.
We are not here to interfere with your thoughts or things like that, but rather we see the two of you as one. We're able to scan and connect with the energy of the two of you in order to have the communication happening and to continue doing the process of what we have agreed to do.
Yes.
And we're happy to do so.
Yes, great. Yes, and anything that can help us, from hearing either of our thoughts is great, So.
We don't listen to your words, let's say. We do not count as much on that, but mostly with the energy of the two of you thinking. We do hear the words, we understand, and we understand what the words means to each of you and it's in its general context. We are aware that thoughts or ideas can also be gathered in a different way, according to what it has been heard. So as we connect to the two of you, we're trying to give the best, to say in the most suitable way, to get the meaning of what we're saying, to reach to the two of you.
Yes. Thank you.
In order to do that, therefore, we connect to your energies. And also your energy centers, if you want to say it that way.
Yes.
And we know the energy of the words that you are saying too. And how much it influences too. what we mean with that is that sometimes you might want to talk about something specifically or bring it forward, you see. She might not be thinking about it, but there is an energetically quite high about something specifically there, you see.
Right.
That it's sort of, she's thinking away, but rather grabbing the attention, you see.
Sure.
And therefore, because we know that it is allowed, since there is a, hey, I'm here, talk about me kind of thing, then we speak as. We talked about it.
Yeah. Well, that's really good, because recently it's been pretty thin on thinking of things to talk about.
However, there is still a need for the two of you, especially you, since we are communicating with you, to start the conversation with a question.
Okay.
And then we do the rest.
We do the rest. Thank you.
With you too, of course.
Yeah, sure. Well, I have just a general small question first, just something I was wondering. It's not important.
Everything is important because everything it is helping you for your creations or to experiencing the things that you wish to experience.
Okay.
So everything is learning, and for your life it's important. Everything that you create is important because you are important.
Okay, thank you.
And we are all important.
Yeah.
Because we are all love. And love is... Shall we continue?
Yes, well, it's so trivial and it probably doesn't make a lot of difference. But I was curious about this one thing. When Stephany was to leave the Andromeda Galaxy to come to Earth, as how it was explained, from a physical body, did she die? Is that what happened, or was it like a physical death, or was in order to?
Yes, it is. With consciousness, there was a choice to leave the body, and so it was done.
Right.
Thank you.
Because lives are very long there, physical lives, or?
Life on Earth is very short compared to other places. However, you therefore reincarnate over and over. In other places, many years gone by with the same character.
Yes.
And the character evolve, even in this series, with the same vehicle. And the vehicle evolves. So it's like rebirth at different pace and at different time, a special time sometimes that align with the changes with the galaxy itself.
Right.
Events that occurs too.
Okay. So she just made a conscious choice saying, I need to go now, this is the time. And
there was a connection with your being, and therefore the choice was made. And then after both were in the non-physical, the agreement was made.
And this was back...
There was no need for her to leave at that point if there was not a bigger choice. Well, I mean, it was a bigger choice because it thought how useful could be for her, for you, and for the two of you.
But in this case, we're talking about the very first incarnation on Earth, aren't we? We're talking... Yes. In Earth terms, a couple of thousand years ago, really. She was here at the time of Jesus, and whether she was before that, I don't know. But it was for these incarnations on Earth as a series. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we're not talking about this one because this one is just the end of the start. Well, not like that.
No.
But rather it is what's happening now, rather than she just left and now she's here.
Yes, no, I understand. It was for Earth's lives. Yeah.
But you were the guidance at that point, since you knew Earth better than her. As you've been around in the angelic in the angelic realm,
Sure.
and had learned to connect with humanity through the teaching of Archangel Michael and others.
Sure.
You were, as what your people say, the apprentice.
Yes.
To master and understand the other side of what humanity considers important.
Yes.
However, they forget at times.
Okay.
But the connection with the angels and the spirituality, you see, you experience that first from that point of view. And saw Earth, and then reincarnated.
Yes.
But you knew that it was going to be fun too with your other being, let's say, and how suitable could have been taking into account the, as you might say, personality of the two of you.
Okay, so
there was a calling to her, a call that she obviously did not neglect it.
yeah,
Declined.
She didn't decline. She didn't. Yeah. Okay.
There was not a force either, but there was a time that the two of you did agree to go somewhere, you see. There was not said a word until that point, because before you were experiencing things on your own, gathering things.
Yes.
And the time for Earth came. And so it was.
Okay. And so it was a bit of a guide to Stephany, and then she got a bit lost and everything, so I didn't do so well.
That doesn't matter. The Earth experiences that you have, it's just experiencing that helps each of you.
Yes.
Regardless of what happens. Because there was a major picture, let's say.
Yes.
There was no, as other beings who have been on Earth, let's say, for a long time, and therefore they have gone just into cycles, even by default, let's say, or they're not aware of more, let's say. You two were highly beings in other places, but you have been more cautious, let's say, a bit of studies done, experiencing through the angelic realm and others, let's say, to know the basis and the ground where you were going to be in. She's just saying, I go ahead with you.
I still feel a bit of this. I feel like if I was to come back to Earth again, I would want to have left a legacy where the information was really easy for anyone to find from a higher density who came to Earth. Like anyone who came from the 5th or 6th density could not be lost.
Whatever you have done in order to reincarnate, it is written in your history. Other beings of higher frequencies can look at that history and see what you have done and see your progress.
But I would want to make sure that I would never be lost again, because with the veil of forgetting and things like that, I would want to know that
you have not been lost from the lost and lost, but rather from that awareness of creating, of being a creator.
Yeah.
She has been, as what she said, all over the place. Been in the other side, experienced that, experienced this one. Being power and control as well, feeling very vulnerable as well. And in this life, she has a bit of everything. Or she had. You see.
Yes.
It's like, you know, small doses of many lives on Earth.
Yeah. I mean, in this life, we both had a natural inclination to be looking at things like the law of attraction and things like that.
That was strong.
But this awareness that we have now has come because of you, and the learning that we've had. Yes, but from knowing more about who we are and
we're
about other
able
things.
to come through now because of the allowance too. You see.
Yes.
The allowance increased as the two of you came along together. You were both not lost as what the word came in the head.
No.
But rather there was a different life, of course, a different point of view about life. And it was easier to allow when these two minds came along. Because of what you felt without knowing.
Yes.
And fighting certain things, you see, in order to make it happen.
Yes.
Especially from this being.
Yes. But we're finding information, but we're just trying to figure it out. It wasn't entirely working for us, and it was only one part of the picture. Things like creating your own reality is only one part of the picture. It's, you know,
it is the result of who you are.
Yes, but we're skipping that step, you see. And so that's why it was hit and miss. And it's like, why isn't this working? Or why is it? I believe in it. I feel it, that there was a persistence there, and we're doing journal writing and affirmations.
There are many ways of approaching it, you see. And we'll gather the best, most suitable that we know according to the beings that you are. And that's how we are, let's say, teaching it. Should say preaching it, but we prefer to say teaching it.
Yeah.
In order to remind you of it, and therefore you can teach to others in this way, because these ways are related to the two of you.
Yes.
And there are others that are going to feel that connection with.
Yes.
Because there could be other beings as well from other places who were in a high density that might be able to connect with a bit of information coming from a different perspective.
Yes. But it's a perspective they can relate to, because we lived this way before. Talking to Ashtamala, it's basically saying this is how they live there, but how we would like to live here, living from the true self, living from knowing who we are. And
she had understood that Ashtamala is not true, but not coming from her, but rather just an energy thing that is coming from the human aspect. And must say, yes, she is not true from the label that she has.
Yes.
You see, it is not such a thing, but rather just a being that it has interact with her.
Yes, yes. The name we know is just something that was decided that we are using to be able to distinguish who we're talking about. But the description there, and it was described that there were different levels of this, where some people were maybe not so aware, and so their experiences were different. They were not maybe creating as easily or as well as people who are more adept at that.
And their own realities are quite different, or could be, you see. Does not mean that they might interact with each other all either. As they are, as what you call indifferent. See them as densities, you see. And as they awaken more, they go to the next one within a form.
Yes.
Let's say. Just to make sense.
Yes.
They evolved.
Yes.
As there is no time as yours. So, but there needs to be a process in order to allow them to experience the manifestation from the truth desire, rather than just even getting frightened by what they desire, as it's going to be produced straight away.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
And does not mean either that the time happened like this, you see.
Yeah.
But rather, it is approached from a different perspective.
Okay. I think Ashtamala was saying that it's not quite instant, but it is quick. Is that right? It's still quite... Or do they just not experience the time to notice it was not quick? But it did sound like it was not instantly or right away, but it was pretty quick.
Compared to your realities, yes.
Okay.
But time does exist in a different way, let's say. It is considered differently, not as you and the waiting process for something to occur, but rather time is within.
Okay.
The awareness of realizing who they are in order, and I'm just thinking. And then, based on that, they experience their realities.
Okay, interesting. And so you're saying as they evolve, the bodies do evolve as well. Our Earth bodies will evolve over time as well.
Yes, it does.
But it would be slower, because I just imagine that the human body evolution would be over a very long time, whereas spiritually we could evolve quicker.
Yes, the body is still in a second dimensional, let's say, intensity.
Yes.
However, your body can grow or develop a faster pace without you or others truly realizing. Because their outside will be matching to that reality, that existence that you are in. But it will function as a different creature, let's say.
Okay.
As all the parts of your brain will be fully activated from that energy that you are, let's say. The DNA as well modifies.
Okay. And
changes can occur. First, you might notice it to do mostly with not the so-called physical aspects at first. You can notice certain things as you wish to experience, you see. The loss of fat or this or that. But internally, there are bigger changes. Your hearing can improve, your vision, you see. Your thoughts, your language, and most importantly, your connection with your own self. Because there, instead of doubting, you know things, and you go with that. You create from that knowing. You follow your instincts with precision and determination, because you know that that's the way you are connected. And you trust them because it is you. You might be able to improve your memory, to recall things that are important to you, let's say, to organize your time better, because there is no time associated with that evolution. You'll feel happiness from within, truly. You'll start seeing people differently. There is the need to see them as rivals.
Yeah, competitors or rivals.
Competitions or anything else. Defend the word.
Yeah, okay.
We are aware of your jokes.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think it can be faster to evolve spiritually than physically. I feel I've got
physically evolve when you do it spiritually. You see.
Yes. But I feel I've got that knowing now, you know, of who I am, and that connection now. It's feels very strong. You know.
Just start deciding things even maybe differently, with the precision of what you know, you see.
Yes.
With the desire, and you go for it because there is a knower that is the way.
Yes.
There is no fear or knowledge that you have to choose according to your reality or what you have experienced before. Or I should be working these hours because that's what everyone else does.
Yes.
I should be behaving in this way. Of course, when it is love and light, you behave according to that.
Yes.
But doing things without knowing why you are doing it and just following because you're being trained to do so. But you're doing things from that you are. It's an instinct. It's a knowing.
Yes, it is.
And you'll trust your body. You'll trust what you smell, what you touch, what you experience. Your thoughts are now in control. You'll guide them in order to make things maybe suitable or easier for you in certain things. You guide your thoughts to work, let's say, or to behave in a way that is according to the best for you, to remind you certain things for certain tasks, to stop them when certain thoughts might come along. They do not interfere anymore because they know there is no space for that now. They are under your guidance, you see. Also, she will say exception with emotions, but will say emotions might take thinking. There's no need to take time either. Your emotions are also under your guidance.
Yes.
There is a knowing that they can be controlled according to what you wish to experience too.
Yes.
And that when you do so, there are changes occurring within, out of you and in you, out of your physical body and inside your physicality. Your blood flow improves. Your arteries where fat is decreases. Your heartbeats regulates if they need to. Your brain waves balance it out. They follow as what they should do, let's say. They get in place. Everyone settles as it should be. Well, not settles, but rather perform.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that they're not, but when there is a bit of not alignment, they align instantly. The body improves. The skin changes too, according to that you wish and have put the intention to be. Your nails grows faster. Your hair grows faster. Same as you any. Okay, he gets it. Hair.
Yeah.
Your eyebrows, eyelashes.
Yes. Yes. It just needs to slow down through lockdown, but
Your attention is put in things that are related to that being that you are. And you are also feeling in charge about that. When you do something, you do it for the enjoyment and because you are in peace with it. And that's what you wish to experience at that moment in time.
yes.
There is less attachment to your physical needs and feeling the need to possess or to have, you see. Doesn't mean that you're not going to experience things, but rather you do it because you love them and because you love the experience, not because you feel the need for it. That's a difference.
It is.
And your body learns about that. You lose tummy fat if you wish so, not because you need to, but because you will like the experience. And your body learns that. Your body learns now to work towards and according to what it is wished to experience from that love that you are, rather than for the need of it. Eating is not a need anymore, but rather a wanting of it. The hunger might decrease, but it is beautiful to eat, you see.
Yes.
Your physical body, of course, needs some physical fuel, let's say, because that's what you've been programmed. But however, it preserves more of its energy, you see.
Yes.
And it works it out in a more balanced and harmonious way. There is homeostasis occurring from your physicality and from your energetical centers, inside radiating out, you expanding out. Your mind trains to focus on things and to bring forward empty folders in order for you to store new data, new information, and new experiences. The folders that are already occupied with experiences, ideas, and thoughts are put with love and light in a room with bright light, where they are preserved as they're not needed. Only those that will help you now to enjoy the experiences that you wish to have at this moment, such as how to eat, such as your senses, how to write, enjoying the seeing.
Yes.
Thinking thoughts of love and light, you see. And anything that you have programmed now to be activated. There is much control from you. Those are some of the changes you experience when your body evolves. And so you do.
Yes.
The body had been programmed, remember. However, those programs are not you. And those programs can be changed.
Yes.
They're just there as a default. It's as when you sign up for something, they give you a password as a default.
Yes.
And then once you get in, you go and change it to your own password according to what you wish.
Yes.
It's the same. Certain things that you have learned has been there. But once you get them, then you go within and change them according to what you wish to experience. Some people might want to experience sadness or sickness and so and so. There is no judgment. They might have the reason for it. But in most cases, the experiences because the belief has caused them.
Yes.
By default. And they feel maybe very accustomed to that.
Yes.
That's who they are, you see,
Yes.
because it makes sense.
Yes.
But nothing in reality does make sense, let's say. What we mean with that, we say because she said it, but what we mean with that, if we have to say something about that, is that in reality, everything is nothing. And it can be modified because that is the reason why you're there.
Yes.
To modify your reality in order to experience as you wish.
Yes.
The time that it takes is there to be at serve. Now you can make it at serve for you.
Yes.
Rather than, as she's saying, against you.
Yes.
It allows you to get in touch with that you are, and then create from that, and make sure that that's what you want. And as you connect to that you are, and you're happy with that you wish, and you let go, then the universe then gathers that that's what you wish, and therefore so it is.
Yes.
But when there is are lagging or not knowing truly, the programs therefore are there to serve, to help you until you discover what you truly want or want to be. You say, okay, if you don't know who you are, that's okay. We got this a backup.
Yes.
You can experience being human, do this in this way, live things in this way, believe things in this way. And when you are tired enough of it, you can get up and go and see and discover who you are and create from that. But we always here welcoming you. It's a backup, let's say.
Yes. When the human aspect's in charge.
Yes. Because you be equal loved you and want to experience too, but also because of it. But like we allow you to experience, if you're not in charge, according to that you think you should experience. And what you think you should experience is based on what you allow to be your ideas and beliefs. She needs some water.
Here you are. Oh, I'm giving you an empty one. This one.
She had a yummy dinner together.
Yes. Homemade pizza.
By Daggy, she's saying. She's very happy.
Yeah, I was happy with that one too. Turned out well.
A bit spicy, but she loved it.
Really? Just right for me.
It was right for her too.
Okay. You're distracted. You've been perfectly fluently writing the human species handbook here.
She is giving more as well.
Yeah.
There is affluence going on.
Yes.
What we mean is energetically and in her vibration, it's quite in frequency, let's say. It's quite all going together,
Yes.
let's say.
Yes.
Rather than everywhere, as usual. Not as usual,
No.
but
It sometimes happens.
yes.
Round in circles a bit. But it's good.
That's when we do so in order to overcome certain things that might come from her energy. Like questions or doubts or things like that. Anyway, we shall continue as she is now getting more distracted.
Okay.
I was talking about her.
Yeah, spotlight.
She used to love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now she's not sure about it. Rather, she just wishes to be at serve.
Yes.
And you are, Stephany. By allowing us through too, you see. It has been possible because of it. The desire from the two of you, but also from the true knowing from you. Because regardless, regardless of the doubts that have come every now and then, there is a truth knowing there. That's why we are still in communication, or what it has been possible to communicate even when those things have been quite strong. Because the desire and the knowing within, it is strong. Even though at times she might not realize it.
Yeah.
And also, of course, from the connection of the two of you as well. Especially, your energy has been very useful when starting. We were using mostly or a lot from yours to connect as well.
I could feel it at the start. Yeah.
In order to be able to, for the translations to occur as well through her, as we were also learning about the instrument. We're not saying that we don't connect with you now. We do. But now it's more as a smoothly.
Yeah.
It's a smooth way, let's say.
Yeah. That's good.
As we are now, fully connected, let's say. Questions?
No, you were talking about things before the water, and I was wondering if you would like to continue, if there's anything more to say.
About the upgrades or changes?
Yeah, I think so. I think, well, had you pretty much finished from that? You're saying
there are more that it can be noticed from being to being, you see. But also the upgrades, let's say, will depend on your allowing. As you connect and step by step, as you might call it, you could experience more and more.
Yes.
The limitations are yours, let's say, each individual.
Yes.
And being taught from their own experiences too. And define a way sometimes how they can teach that to others as what you have seen. But each being is their own teacher as well.
Yes.
They know themselves if they allow them through self to come forward and show them that they are. However, teachers like the two of you and others that have been guiding other beings are there as helpers, you see, to help others to awaken to that of what they are, to see that we are all one.
Yes.
And will help them to realize that in order for them to create from the truth that they are and to experience things based on what their desires are rather than by default.
Yes.
And by doing so, it helps your earth as well.
Yes. Yes, it will.
So it is all interconnected, you see.
Yeah. Well, it starts with focusing on ourselves.
Ashtamala has been wanting to say that you've been serious.
Serious?
Yes.
Yes.
And Stephany did not allow it to come forward because she's been reading about it and she thought it was an influence that she had. And therefore it was very confusing, you see, because she was reading about it. Then she felt the need to say that you've been there, you see. But we'll say that in a way, Stephany, you was guidance to know about it in order to learn the words.
But didn't say it.
Because of the confusions that her human aspect had, you see.
Right. Okay.
The question, you just read about these, really, you see.
Yeah.
That must be just you. So there was a bit of mind playing, which you usually want to say wins it, but let's say that, you see.
It's a good lesson because Stephany was told that she was going to be guided to read
This
things.
was before
before
she
that.
was told that.
Oh, okay.
She was told as a result of that.
Right. Okay. That's all right. Well, she knows now. She's practicing, and yeah, it's good. You know, it can be clarified later on if she doesn't, like you just did. But that's one of other places, isn't it? There were more than just one place. Ashtamala talked about galaxies that I'd been in rather than galaxy.
Names that cannot be identified from this being. And from many others as well. There are many galaxies that have not been even named by your kind yet. And in many of them, the two of you were there too.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Okay.
Places not even close to this galaxy. But once this one was found, there was a connection to it, let's say.
Okay.
An interested on it. An interest on it. To explore it, let's say.
Right. But would this galaxy be one that I spent a lot of time on, or just some time? Like Stephany in the Andromeda Galaxy went through the densities in that galaxy, from what I understand. Did I do that sort of thing where I just stayed in one place for as long as that, or did I move around a bit more?
Not necessarily. You move around a lot in this galaxy.
Yeah, okay.
In order to provide your teachings.
Sure.
But you do have such a strong connections with some of them.
Right. Okay.
That they call you home too, let's say. And beings that you have worked with, let's say, or experienced with, that are aware of you now.
Okay. That's good.
That's what you might call them, soul families, you see.
Sure. Well, apologies to them that I've forgotten them all for now, but it'll all come back later.
They are aware of that, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
The valley making was suitable for you in order to see yourself working with your hands, you see, to create, same as you have done, let's say, in other places, to create with a part of you, not, let's say, just physically doing with your hands, but rather with your mind, let's say. Maybe creating devices, as your people might say.
Yeah, I sort of wish I'd been able to do that sort of thing here. You know, now that I think about it, I like the idea of the free energy, or when you're talking about people knowing about, I think we're talking about gravity and anti-gravity type things. All that's very interesting to me, and it sounds like the sort of thing that I would have done here if I knew I would.
You have explored those areas, you see.
And it's very interesting to me, but here I'm in a situation where I wouldn't know how to go about it.
That's why Earth was such interest for you, from the lack of resources or elements that they are explored compared to other places.
Yeah, yet I didn't pursue that really, and I wouldn't have thought that I could, you know. So
that was not that's not a fail or anything that you have to think about it. We are talking things that your being has done, or interest related to your being,
Yes.
true self,
Yeah.
let's say.
They are, yeah.
As your human aspect had interest, you have pursued them.
Pursued? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As your so-called violin making.
Yes.
That one didn't do it. That was coming from you truly, you see.
Mm.
Same as you have done in other places.
Mm.
Regardless of what people have told you.
Mm.
Same as other places.
Mm.
So Ashtamala, what's right when that you have been known as a professor, let's say, or as what's for trying to find the word? She was trying to. Let's say as a creator exploring of the possibilities to take into a form in order to give something to that place that you were at, regardless of what it was. Pursuing all the elements that were available and creating others if necessary in order to achieve that you had in mind as a creation, taking it from the no form into the form in relation to the place that you were at the time, regardless of where you were. So you have been around in order to explore all the potential, let's say, or how each galaxy might be living or using or creating in the form. And the knowledge from many has been gathered in order to expand your own knowledge, let's say, and expand your creations, come up with things that are useful in an intergalactic way. Things that could be suitable for a specific place, let's say,
yes.
and can be used abroad with others, places within the same galaxies or others. Earth was an exploration, you see. What can you gather from it? And what can you bring? Doesn't have to be anything technological, or it can be or not. But rather it's more with that connection with you, because everything that you have created, it's been from that connection. Of course.
Yes.
So it is the connection with the not form coming into the form, giving life into the form.
Yes.
That's what everyone does, of course, in a way, with their lives and their experiences. You create your experiences, of course. But we are talking here specifically with your creations in relations to creating things. You see.
Okay.
That's why the spaceship was not a surprise to an experience, you see. The formation of it and the process of it.
Yeah.
The not analyzing as you're thinking, but rather the planning.
Yes.
The planning does not apply maybe as what you might know it as fully.
Yes. Well, it makes sense from what you've said that I would be able to build a spaceship if I've been able to do these other things.
Yes, maybe if you wanted to.
But if I but on Earth I haven't really done anything like that. It's
you do
pretty
not
simple stuff.
Need to create a spaceship for it.
No, but other things, like I mentioned before, I like the idea of like the anti-gravity and trying to figure those things out, or free energy, those sorts of cheap your free energy, that sort of thing. I think is fantastic for people here, using nature, using our own the universe's resources to just do things to help.
You have used some of the resources from the environment you are in order to create also.
Yes. Okay.
Do not think your art as something that is not matter. because you are actually experiencing something that you did actually wanted to experience. And you wanted to experience the resources of Earth from different points. And art, as what you're doing, has been one. Hasn't been the only one. You has been in the science field as well. Into of your lives. To go and explore what you feel and experience what you feel. Allow your true being. We're not saying that you have to stop doing what you are.
No.
Of course. To tell you what to do. But rather, we're just giving this information to see, for you to see that you are a creator, you see, in the form and then in the no form. To increase that value within.
Yes.
As it had been missing for quite a while.
Creator and a teacher.
A teacher, yes, a result of your creation, see. You can create anything you wish to experience in relation of building things.
Yeah.
Or even creating for your own experiences in this reality.
Yes.
As your so-called body, car, houses, anything.
Yes.
You see.
Yes. Yes.
There is no differentiation.
Mm.
They're all amazing creations. We just wanted you to remind you that.
Yes. Yes.
That you are an amazing creator.
Yes. Yes, we're all here to create.
Yes.
Stephany's got some good tips too with her creation, where she might have been getting it a little wrong, slowing it down, so that's good too. And so...
Because she has been someone who likes the challenge, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, you do too, and many other beings, you see. But sometimes that even can be used in a way that is suitable for the being. But most of the time it could be misinterpreted and cause pain or suffering or distortions even, or anything that is not related to that you are. Just because it has been wanting for challenge or something, you see, has been taken in that no most appropriate way, let's say.
Yeah.
But the energy will translate, the mind will translate that challenge according to where you are at.
Yes.
And according to what you believe. So that has been a translation of beliefs and the feeling of challenging within.
Yes.
The information that she has been given by Ashtamala.
Yes.
Which has been clear as a picture, let's say.
Yes.
To see.
Yes. But you've also said the same thing. You've said that she goes back and changes things when she's trying to... she'll picture something beautifully and it'll be wonderful, and she'll see it and she'll love it and enjoy it, and it'll be there, energetically created instantly. But then the details keep getting fiddled with over and over again. And that slows things down. Yeah. Just said in a different way.
It's truly a being, let's say, of his imagine as a child jumping all the time, you see. So I've seen that it's done. Now let's make it more excited, more interesting, you see. What can be changed? Oh, this would be better, or this, or this. Now it's done. Now let's do the waiting process. Okay. Alright, things might come in my way in order to test me, whether I believe it or not. But these are things that she's not fully, was not fully aware of it, because we're just living it.
Yes. Yeah.
And once I passed that, now I get it. You see. But now she's changing that.
Absolutely. She understands.
And we are giving more specific information, let's say, that we wish to be of serve for the two of you.
Yes.
Not because we feel that, oh, they're not getting it and we have to say these things. As they might have come in your mind maybe once. But rather because this is what we agreed to.
Yeah.
This we say, same as many other beings, will guide you through the process.
Yes.
You have let us in, which we are grateful enough, because by doing so, by waking up, even two souls, we know that there is a big help for them and for their experiences on Earth.
Yes.
And the frequency and energy of Earth itself, you see. And as we knew then, before coming there, you come going there.
Yes.
Therefore, we were waiting for it.
Yes.
And therefore, that we see you, the process or so, we see how else can we help.
Yes.
But at the same time, we leave you alone because it is your own experiences and choices, you see. We say what we are allowed, and we give according to that, taking into consideration the agreement and the ideas that your true beings had before taking into a form.
Yes. It's wonderful.
As we are all related.
I'm living it now. You know, it's the knowledge, I mean, and Stephany too, and I think the recent conversations have given her that, where you're saying it's a little bit of a push, have been really helpful, you know, to get that
It
trust.
is very fun actually, because she's the pusher, let's say. No, that was a word, but let's say that.
Yeah.
So give her a push is actually interesting.
Because I can tell from, you know, your side and Ashtamala's side, looking at Stephany, thinking, what is going on? We know who she is. We know what she is, how great she is, and if only she knew this. And here she is doubting and fears and all these sort of things. This is not her.
But she knew she could overcome those things, and she knew she might going to experience those things too. So as she were aware of all of them, and we were too, and we say, okay, we'll be there when that happens. So we are.
Yeah. And I think that's pushed her into where she needs to be now, and we both are.
She's still working on the consistency, because she were. And somehow, at some point, she fluctuated.
Yeah.
And that was a bit enough to keep her there for a bit.
That's okay. I was doing that too. But I feel like I'm right there. As I said, I feel like I can't unknow something I know. Because I know it too deeply now to fluctuate like that.
Yes. She is more stable out now.
Yes.
But she knows she can go much more than that. And we're not pushing either, because we think that we have given what's best for her to know, because we can see energetically how well she's connecting to that, and then knowing that she knows too, you see.
Yes, she's already got the knowing. It's I know what the fluctuations are. You just have to bring yourself back, because you still know the knowledge. And as simply as you say, live the love. Just live love all the time. That's because that's who you are.
And as she had like challenges, let's say, or a little bit more, how well can we say?
Emotions.
A little bit more, as a being, let's say, all right, that is too easy. Let's experience a bit more of it, you see. Something like that has been translated into certain energies, let's say, that not because of her being true being saying those things, but rather from what she has learned. And also it's complex to explain, but there is a bit of liking about it, of experience something like a down thing, and then having to choose not to show herself that she's gonna change it. There is a bit of liking about doing that from her.
Okay.
You see, because it's like showing me that this is easy. You see, I can do this, or things like that. But now she's coming into realization bits by bit that there is no need for that.
Yeah.
Of course, if she wants to experience, she can do so, but she's getting a bit now tired of it.
Yeah, I know that you're bored of it.
Yes.
So I'm bored of dropping my frequency and coming back up, and it's save the effort, just stay happy.
So we know from that the two beings can have, if they have to be translated into personalities, there could be quite differentiation between the two of you, but together it aligns, you see. Because as when you cook, you take away the salt, something is missing. You take away the other ingredient, and you still can eat it. It's eatable.
Yeah, edible.
Yeah, edible.
Edible.
But it's just not the same. You put the salt back and you put the other ingredient out, and now you fully enjoy it. It's something like that, let's say.
Yes.
You've been fine on your own, let's say, on Earth, having your own experiences and stuff. Now you are, in a way, putting all the ingredients together.
Yes.
To taste that of the best that it can be, let's say. As you intended to. With practice and decision making.
Yes.
Because the spoon doesn't move, or whatever you use doesn't move on its own. Well, it can, but but for now it doesn't. So it doesn't move on its own. You need to grab it and do the action. So that's the decision making. You see. You make the choice to do this, and you walk through it. You see, that's the moving of the spoon, in order to mix all the elements, all the ingredients, in order to get that final yummy flavor and enjoy it. And you consider all the ingredients, that they're right. You see. That means you consider your actions, not just saying, well, I'm love and light, I don't care any of you. But rather, you be that and you express that. You see, that's checking your ingredients. How the interaction with others can be show that love that you are in the best way. Maybe also seeing the other's person point of view, but also identifying where is it coming from. And regardless whether it's zero or no, you still give that love and light and react and respond according to that.
Yes.
That's making your ingredient right. Your let's say your she doesn't cook much, isn't it?
No.
Well, let's say your banana is ripe.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
Okay. Yeah. That's living as love, as you say. As I was saying, that's how we've been looking at people, as the love and light part of them, not the human aspect part, no matter what.
Yes. And also expressing that through the many ways that are possible. That's us. If you give a banana to someone, you know to eat it because they want so, they wish to eat a banana, let's say. And you know you truly observe when you give a banana that is the best banana.
Yes.
When it's ripe and it's great to eat it.
Yes.
Rather than say, you want a banana, here you have. And the banana is green. Did you help? Well, yes, you had the intention. But was it was more than that?
Yeah.
No, truly. Because, well, it doesn't help now. It's green. It's not eatable right now. It can't be eaten now. You see? Or you get a banana and say, all right, it's not right, but it's good enough. And say, okay. And then when the person is eating it, it has a black spot on it, you see. And then you think, would I like to eat that? I don't think so. So I would like to eat a banana that is ripe and is good and is fresh.
Yes.
And because I would love to eat that, that's what I'm giving to.
Yes.
To the other person.
Yeah, that's how we think in our shop. We think from the customer's shoes. We have a funny thing Stephany brought up recently, how we buy strawberry milk and we get to the last little bit and it ends up going off because I leave it for Stephany and she leaves it for me, and then we always end up throwing a little bit of this milk out because we're leaving it to the other person and then neither of us gets it.
Well, it was good that it was brought up for a reason, isn't it? And we think she gave a very good idea. A very good idea coming from love, you see? Because also knew that you were not going to accept drinking it all on your own. So she said, well, when that moment comes, we share it. And we enjoy it together, regardless of what the amount is.
Yes, that's what we need to do. But we do think of each other.
So that's what also could be done in terms of your relations with each other, you see. It's not truly you or truly me or truly for you or for me, because I know this is important for you and I know this is important for me, or it is not important for me and for you, or for me it's important not for you, whatever it is. But at the end, it comes with, okay, what is left, what it is, we share it together.
Yes.
You see.
Yes.
We enjoy it together, whatever it tends to be as the agreement, let's say. It is for the experience of love and life from each other and for both of each other. Leaving behind things of the ego, sort of say, oh, okay, whatever, I'm thirsty, so I'm drinking it, you see. So it's like, oh, it's my way, but rather...
No.
This is.
Yeah.
And there is the unison, you see.
Yes. That's a good approach. It's not one or the other, but both of us.
Both of the other, both of you are unique, you see, same as everyone else. But now when two people comes into experience, then it's about make that unison.
Yes.
And you are, of course, allowed to have your own things and so, like thoughts and ideas.
Yes.
But the method is making all the pieces fit together.
Yes.
And that's why you enjoy it. And that's what we're looking towards
Yes.
for, you
Yes.
see. Because you know when that happens, love and light has been put first, above anything else.
Absolutely.
And then it falls. You see how you have a fountain,
Yeah, fountain.
and you put chocolate on it. And then it's a fountain of chocolate.
Yeah, because she's...
that.
Yeah.
She likes,
She's
yeah.
thinking of it.
So we use, yes.
Yes.
all we can. So you put the chocolate. And where do you put the chocolate? Do you know?
In the fountain.
Yeah. You don't put it on top. You put it at the bottom.
Yes.
And then from the bottom, from the inside, there is like a tube. Not like... And then it goes up. And when it reaches up, then it flows and melts, right?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
it's already melted, but
Yeah.
it flows nicely. The same thing. You are in human vehicles and all your experiences and things are gathered and whatever, everything. Then that's sort of going up. From the two of you, you see goes up. And then you reach up and you see that love and light. And that becomes above anything. And then everything else flows, you see.
Yes.
And then you enjoy the yummy of...
Yummy.
You enjoy the chocolate.
Yeah. Dip the right banana in it. And
Just say marshmallow.
marshmallows. Happy days ahead.
Happy days
Happy
now.
days now, living like that.
Yes. Question.
No. Not about any of that.
She was hearing that Ashtamala it's aware of it now. She was hearing to have saying, because she was having a bit of doubt with it, was okay, is it truly? I will say, she is aware. Doesn't mean that a communication is needed. You see, she is aware just to be able to speak when the two of you want, as a way of keeping up, let's say,
Yes.
with the communication. That's all.
Yes.
To have a nice chat.
Yeah, good for a chat. We don't have a specific question, but we learn all the time a lot of things. So.
It's not about too much from her asking or things like that, but rather just being aware that it is excited to
Yes.
and happy to see this.
Yes.
You see, that's
great. We're excited that she's there and enjoying helping us. And
Yes.
and the things that she said have been very interesting, really interesting. So a little different because of the physical form she's in as well. So actually having an experience as well. So
she's applying to the knowledge that she have learned, you see. There are others actually looking at her too, applying the communication with a human vehicle,
right,
learning from that,
right,
and have been asking her that they wish to connect to this being too.
Okay. We're all going to be very busy. But it would be exciting for them too. It's yeah.
Stephany is gathering certain images, and it's because we are giving not the images but the energy of what could be happen, but she's relating to human emotions, you see, like the excitement of I want to try this too, I want to try this too, you see, that kind of thing. It's not exactly like that, but it can be related if you have to translate in something like that. Child, let's say, child will refer to young beings who are evolving, who are in maybe especially one might be learning from Ashtamala, let's say, or being guided by her, who is aware and wanting to come ahead, let's say.
Yes. Yes.
As it is evolving. So it's aware of the information, but not maybe on the process, you see.
Okay.
Yeah. So there has been a no for now, you see, because they need to focus on their own progression.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But I guess it's something people are not doing, or entities not doing every day, talking to people on Earth. So it still would be interesting as an experience and something unique to do. So that's great.
They are advanced beings, the ones who are communicating.
Yes.
Like her.
Yes.
And as she says, Stephany had the idea, as many, of course, beings, that everyone can connect with other beings, you see. But it has been one of, Stephany's main focus, you see, to be able to connect in a form with beings from many places. And that is innate.
Yes.
So that's why she is quite capable to doing this in such a natural way, let's say.
Yeah.
Because it has been energetically passed on to the instrument. You see.
Yes.
As the being has focused on doing so for centuries, let's say.
Yes.
When being in Andromeda especially, but also being in other places. Focusing on being able to do so regardless. Including wanting to pass the densities, you see.
Past what densities?
The densities,
past the densities,
you see.
yes. Okay.
In that way, the body itself have evolved quite in a grand amount, let's say. Because it had explored connecting with other beings in a form.
Yes.
That's how her work in even connecting with beings in other places, so as what it can be referred in your words rescue, have been possible.
Yes.
Pretty much it can be seen as working and getting the signals from everywhere.
Yes.
When she activates it. That has been one of her specialties, let's say.
Yes. That's good. She's remembering it.
That's why she feels connection with other beings here on a vehicle. That has no mind connecting with others, and it's also quite not necessary, let's say, but quite important for her. Because she has learned that from her true being. And in a way, the vehicle learns or finds interesting to learn from others by observing them.
Yeah. I was going to ask that. Did this all evolve from a long time ago through this inner nature of being very nosy? She's a very nosy thing. If only I could get in people's head. I'll understand.
Yes. She had been wanting to read thoughts long time ago. Even if it sounds crazy, she has said, it might drive you crazy by hearing everyone's thoughts. She has said, I know I will be able to manage that. So the best approach she does is reading the body language.
Nosy little thing.
Well, it's a way that the vehicle is expressing what its driver is interested in.
Yes. And then she gets this far and realises it's infringing and she can't go any further.
It hasn't stopped her before.
Okay.
We're not encouraging. We apologize. We should have not said that.
Well, no, I believe it. I would have thought that anyway. That's funny.
But by saying so, we wish to say then that that's the trust coming from. You see, let's say, from her, let's say, knowing that just that I'll go for it. You see, I do it, I learn it, I experience it, I connect, I go there. You see, I try, not try, I get it done. We're not saying that there are other beings that they're not intergalactic, because many are.
Yeah.
Most of all, let's say. But there are few only taking that extra step while still having a form.
Yes.
That's the, well, she's saying challenge, but rather that's the difference. You see.
Yeah.
There is awareness and connection in vehicles with other forms from other galaxies that can connect with each other, and it could be very easy as well. But to reach to those that you know exist, but you might not also be in contact with because of the different places, even or densities, or even within the same galaxies but in other realities, let's say, then that's taking it further.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how she has been able to find beings.
Yes. Very powerful. Yeah. So there's no need for doubts doing what we're doing now, because it's easy for her. She's well beyond this in what she can do, what she's capable of.
The body is learning it.
Yes.
So together you are such a great match. That's what the two of you thought. And the difference of age that you might not be happy with, as we know. There was also, we did say that it was for fun.
Yeah.
Because at the time there was enough for the two of you to know the awareness, you see. As you were the two of you evolving, and still are. There was fun in there. But also there was more than that, you see. There was the decision of the two of you for the right reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. There's reasons I needed to be here earlier and all of that. We've been through those before. It's all fair enough.
And also to take that role more alike to your true beings. To be able to see that more in a physical way as well. The wise.
Yes.
And the child.
Yes, that's how it is.
To allow your true beings to show a bit of that they are. You see, in a normal, in a very simplistic way.
Yeah.
In a physical way.
Yeah.
Not to do with the age, but rather with the knowing, the knowledge, the life through, you see. And to identify those personalities.
Yes.
And those traits. Because you also have been teacher with each other.
Yeah.
When it has been allowed, you see. Because the two of you have a lot to teach from each other and to learn.
That's it.
You see.
It's funny how those differences come through our personalities. The nosy child, or the me who I wouldn't want to know anyone's thoughts. I just be boring, or You're just having fun. But the interesting thing to me recently was how I was thinking how you're saying how Stephany would pull me up, because she does things, she's adventurous and all of that, and she achieves great things, and maybe I could have done more. I've sort of settled for a bit, and but then I might pull her back so she doesn't go too extreme, and so we can balance each other out. But I'm finding myself trying to pull her forward now with the knowing and things like that, saying, come on, you can do this, this, and but she's there already. There's nothing.
Has the role has switched?
Yeah, it's just switched a little bit for a short time, because we've both been learning together, and I kind of feel like I've got this, I know this, I'm the one who feels very confident in the knowledge now, and I'm saying, come on, you can do this, and I'm sort of waiting for her, and we come together as in this unison you're talking about, and I feel like I'm pulling her forward rather than
you
her.
are giving a bit of a push, same as she has done, even with you see, before, let's say. So she is, in a way, doesn't sound too right how she thought about it, but you're saying she's experiencing that she is truly, but also is experiencing some sides, also things that have learned from human aspects along the way. And also she's experiencing her true being through other things and beings like you. By seeing you and being you, or by giving that bit of a push, let's say, it's reflecting, it's mirroring that she is. Because she usually in other form will do that, you see. So it's getting back in order to show her that she is. By you being you're showing her that she is too. We know that is each being's decision, but by you being you and she being aware of it, is seeing that being that she is too. And by loving things around, by looking at the plants from that tree being and things like that, it's pointing at her like we are all you.
Yes.
That's how Ashtamala also came forward. There was enough allowing, it was enough to say this is also you see.
Yes. Yes.
As she's been following up, not as what she was saying or talking, but knowing about it. And it's like, I truly believe I should try to communicate anytime soon as allowed.
Yes.
And then the thoughts were put into place, a bit of an push with reading this or whatever, finding. How did she found about it? By the data we gave.
Right. Yes.
When she went in to look it up, it was not correct on what we said. Maybe we had a bit of reasons, as we explained.
Yes.
But it did call her attention. Then found this, and then when she found that there was nothing related to Andromeda's at first, and she was going to stop there because she found about the Whirlpool Galaxy.
Yes.
And then he saw that this is it, and then she was going to be off to watch something. And then she felt, all right, what if it's more? And then she looked into a bit more. And then she was getting a bit tired. And then she had the thought, what if I look not about the actual galaxy, but what about the person who discovered it? And then she went and looked about it. And then that's where she saw the Andromedas.
Yes.
She has heard about it before, but didn't truly knew much, you see, anyway. But when she read the Andromeda, something within hit her.
Yes.
She just felt an energy came into her back. And she felt it in the body. That was Ashtamala in a way connecting.
Right.
I was saying, yes, I can use that.
Yes.
you see.
Yeah.
Didn't look into the Andromedas, but it was enough to make her feel something, to open up her awareness, you see.
But it's helpful to have that background, to know who you are and what you've done as a true self, because it's easier to recognize when you're not that person, which is what I was finding with my own thoughts and things. I felt that things went very quickly, as far as being able to recognize that these are nonsense thoughts, or these emotions are nonsense. They don't belong to me. These are not that's not who I am. This thing of that's not who I am, that's not who I am, can dismiss things very quickly. And feel like who I am, and therefore be that, and say, this is who I am now. I've got a picture of who I am.
We think that regardless of what the names that we have not provide about you, we have mentioned, and it has been mentioned, the things that you have had done.
Yes.
You have done, which allows you to see the value on creating.
Yeah.
And of you as creator, which we found was suitable for the purposes that we have.
Yeah.
In order for you to see how valuable you are, something that you have struggled to feel before.
Yes.
And we wished for you to keep moving forward as you've been, of course, by your choice. So therefore, if ever thoughts come in the way, in the opposite way, just remember the things that we have said, you see.
Yeah.
As an example to show you
That's right.
How much you have to give of yourself, you see. Not only by experiencing things, but being very specific of the things that you wish to experience. That is exploring the nature of the universe through many galaxies and places and star systems, let's say, in order to find what it is given in those places, including Earth, what can be taken and what you can give, you see, and what it can be created, and how you can create. And that has been done by you connecting and knowing that you are, translating those ideas from the no form to the form that has been suitable for the place that you've been in, of the places and things you have done to help beings of love and light too.
Yeah.
We wanted to say that, to add that to that belief of your value, you see.
Yeah. It's
just as an example.
Yeah. It's
to open the awareness.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Doesn't mean that you need to look for big things either to do in order to feel that, or to catch up to other things that you've done. Because knowing yourself and going through that and creating according to what you are on this earth are magnificent creations. There are no comparison, but rather incredible experiences.
Yeah.
According to the place you are in and according to what you wish to experience.
Yeah.
Given past life or things you've done, we just do it in order to help for something.
Yeah, sure.
See.
And the thing is, regardless, everybody is capable of anything anyway. If they haven't, they can. And that's the whole thing. So maybe for Stephany and for I to hear that we've achieved some good things that we wanted to do, like live as our true beings elsewhere, gives us confidence to do it. But even if we hadn't, we're still capable. And so everybody is. They don't. And in a way, it'd be nice if you could trust this without knowing anything. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself and believe it's possible without the backup. You know, that's certainly been very helpful for us, I think, to know that there's maybe a track record and we say, oh, that now I've got straight away got the confidence that I can do this. But I guess
yes, we can stop that too.
No, yeah. But the thing is, I'm not criticizing that. I'm talking more about for other people. They just need to be able to see it can be done, and so if people can demonstrate it.
People learn from other experiences too.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we have given, we know that it's useful, but not only for the two of you. Just say maybe to accelerate the process, but we're not looking into time, but rather from the two of you to know there is not a backup also for you, but rather when you teach or you help others to wake up, they'll learn, but even your own experiences.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at there. I was saying as a demonstration of what's possible, everyone can do it. It's not a case of, you can do these things because you've done this in other lifetimes or elsewhere. It's
because
about
every being have done amazing things on their own.
Everyone is love and light.
Regardless of whether they are out or things maybe that they have been stuck, let's say, or things like that, but they still have their own experiences and done things according to their desires as well. And many beings have come to Earth from even higher from high densities, you see.
Yes.
Even are still evolving, perhaps, or maybe new souls as well. That the first reincarnations have been on Earth.
Yes.
So therefore, regardless of what they're going through, everyone is unique, and they can experience anything according to what they allowed. You see. But sometimes things like these, helping these two beings, like the two of you, as we agreed to, and others as well with other beings, you see, and things like that, or even us, you see, as a consciousness or so, it helps because of the roles that the two of you wanted and others to have wanted, in order to help those others to awaken to the knowledge that they already know. And if they don't know fully, they go through it. You see. Yes,
it's been perfect. Because we've had a nice blend where there's things that we've had to figure out on our own. You've given us a thought to try and think about if you put a little tip or a little push here and there to try and figure things out, but also a bit of extra knowledge to really clarify in our minds, like I said, who we are, and that helped to solve things that were a bit of a barrier. Things to do with belief or trust, or a way of recognizing things maybe I wasn't aware of as well, where, as I say that's not me, whereas before it might have just been me, I didn't notice that was anything, but that doesn't feel right to me anymore. It doesn't feel like who I am. And the knowing came very quickly then, and the trust, trust in myself.
Good.
Yeah.
We are aware of it. We're aware of the two of you and your processes or your changes on the two of you. And we can see the greater connection occurring and balancing out your own energies, you see. And it has been, but rather keeping up with those energies, you see. And when there is a bit of imbalance somewhere, you can quickly change that too by flipping the coin.
Yes, we have the intention. So.
Do not worry too much, Steph, about that. When we say energies, she imagine only the ones that are within. You see as what you know as chakras.
Oh, no.
But rather the energy, yes, those as points of energies, let's say, that you align with because they are part of you, but the energy of everything, because and you are dense energy, let's say, your vehicles and so, you see. But, it goes into much more details, of course. But the idea of feeling it, no need to, if you like to focus on that, that's great also, but rather just be that and radiate that energy. That's what we mean, the balance of everything, you see, of knowing that and just expanding out that energy of love, you see. And balancing out with the wellness of your body too. Feeling connected to it, feeling appreciation with it, feeling love and happy of however you are and you look, because it has been your choice. And what you wish to experience as well, it is already done. So therefore being truly at peace with it, you see, and letting go of anything that is not there to help you experience that you wish to experience, you see, and that it might be on your way.
Yes.
Question.
No, are you okay? Stephanie's okay.
She is truly like letting go of herself.
Yeah.
She's truly, let's say, abandoning. Not abandoning her body, but rather truly letting out.
Yes. Giving over to you.
Yes.
At the same time, it doesn't look like you have more freedom.
We do. We are just mostly experiencing the body.
Okay.
And for her to know what it feels. Because we are connected, you see.
Yeah.
But it's more her allowing the connection more physically.
More integration.
It is not needed, but rather it is the experience.
Yeah.
Questions?
I was just going to joke, now that you're in, you can take over the world. I don't have any other questions for now.
Yeah, we can indeed.
Go for it. Change it for the better.
We'll do so through beings like the two of you and others.
Sure. Okay.
Of course, it's the choices. We're not able to interfere with your choices.
It's what we're here for.
To interfere?
No. We're here to take over the world. That's what.
We hope to be towards the love and light.
Yes.
To take over the world sounds a bit.
Yeah. If I had my spaceship, I could do more with it.
We wish you to experience a very good life.
Yeah,
according to what you wish to experience, and give that love to others, and then and allow others to decide for their own.
Yes.
Rather take it over the world.
Yes. We'll stay true to our teachings, your teachings.
Our teaching is your teaching.
Okay then. Love and light.
Your learning is also ours. We also learn by communicating to the two of you who are in physical vehicles.
Okay.
Questions. We wish to continue talking for a little bit more in order to allow her to experience things.
Absolutely. Would you be able to explain how to make the spoon go round and round on its own?
Yes, we can indeed, but it will give this being ideas.
Okay, alright. Sure. There's a way of keeping things going a bit longer.
Which it might then
distract her.
She has been trying.
Yeah, trying to bend the spoon. That's what I was trying to do.
The thing is that you're trying to bend something that is not there.
Yes. Isn't it connecting to the energy? That's the important thing.
Yes.
Being one with the energy.
So you're seeing as the spoon rather than as the energy that it has formed the object that you know as spoon. The phrase before, there was something that will say that it was gathered from her mind because of a movie she saw. That it is not there. We know that in your reality it's there, but it is an illusion. So when you see it as an illusion, you connect to the energy.
Okay.
So you connect to their energy anyway, you see. But in order to move object in your reality, therefore, you need to see as what truly is. Because in your program, objects do not move on their own.
That's right. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, can we talk about Luciferians then? And just, I just wanted to ask, are they the most negative of negative beings?
Yes, they are indeed.
Okay.
They can be categorized in different divisions, let's say.
Okay.
That the power can have strength, and others could be described as a bit more weakened, let's say.
Okay.
The ones that are stronger are the ones that have experience in different places and have overtaken different places. And have been influenced in other places for the longer period of time, if we have to talk about time related to your time. The ones that are very, of course, also decisive, very strong mindset, let's say, if we have to talk about mindset. They just know the knowing of everything, let's say. They are aware of the love and light, but they are aware of the choice, of the choice. And they know that they can also go further with that. They're also aware that there is limit.
Yes.
But they like to make it the best out of it. And even have tried to cross the limits. And even though they have gone further, there is always limits.
Sure. Yeah, as far as their evolution, there's only so far they can go. But is it right? Yes.
Yes.
I was just wondering, is it right that I heard that they had the choice to evolve further, but it would mean giving up the negative polarity, and they didn't want to do that because they saw the value in being negative for positive beings?
We do want to say, as she's imagining things, that negative beings are not to be against you, or regardless of what experiences they might bring, you see. They're also aware that they are the other side in order to also allow other beings to experience in it.
That's right, yeah.
So they're aware of the role and very proud of the role, you see. Because they feel the power, the powerfulness, you see. Many beings who are Luciferians might cross to the love and light when they have trained, let's say, all the Luciferians to be as strong as they are. And then, let's say, they can pass on the leadership. So they go into divisions too, let's say. Or they are also not trained, but sort of, let's say, to be as powerful.
And then they evolve by becoming positive?
They evolve by experiencing anything that they can experience through the negative side. And once they reach all their possibilities, then they choose to move towards the light.
Yes.
And to that to happen could happen within millions of years.
Right. Okay. But there's nowhere else for them to go unless they stay where they were forever. Okay.
They can experience their reality in many ways. Explore the possibilities that are possible which are infinite,
Mm.
through whatever they are allowed to,
Mm.
you see.
Okay.
To what place, density, let's say, they are at.
Mm.
They will explore infinite numbers of possibilities,
Mm.
such as manipulations, you see, to others,
Yes.
other places and galaxies, and even creating new forms. They explore the no form and the form.
Mm.
New reptilians are made, you see, new bodies that are evolved too,
Mm.
according to how much they have evolved to,
Mm.
into the negative side.
Mm.
The bodies evolve as well
Mm.
as they evolved,
Yes.
if they need to use a form.
Mm.
They have learned a lot from humans too, you see,
Mm.
and from other places. They have power. Well, she was thinking same as the creator, but the creator has given enough power, you see, to experience anything they wish to experience.
Mm.
They're no enemies, they're just beings experiencing other that is contrary to what love and life is, in order as well to experience that it is not.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
So they're pretty much there experiencing things that it is not.
Mm.
That it is not love and light, you see.
Mm.
The opposite of it. And that also is helped to others to experience love and light when they choose so, when they live the contrast as well.
Yes.
Or they can go the other way.
Yes.
So without truly realizing, they are also served to others.
They are. Yes.
But beings with a body create certain images that therefore give them that power to move towards that,
Mm.
without seeing that they are truly helping others, you see,
Mm.
but at the same time helping their own self.
Yes. Yes. Did you remain in that that state we were practicing? Stephany letting go, or did we flip back? Because you're talking pretty much how you have been.
She became quite distracted with images of them.
Ah, okay. Oh, sorry about that. I was
No,
just
that's
picking
all
something
good.
to talk about.
She's thinking a little bit more now, so
Okay.
she's focusing a little bit more now. The senses are bringing her a little bit more here now.
Sure. Okay.
It's not the fault of the senses, but rather, she's just getting a bit more tired now.
I understand. Well, we've had a pretty good session today. Learned a lot of things. She's done a lot of talking. And considering we came into the session without me really having much to say, it was wonderful.
If you think you have not much to say, follow that within, because maybe that you think it just might be enough for us to say.
Always would have a question to get you started. You know. And sometime you may like to talk more about the spoon for Stephany.
Sure.
It's always interesting because that's been a part of our learning. Not that, but about energy, just energy itself, what it is, and that we can manipulate energy. It is possible. It's something we can do, but with things like that, we don't. There's no need. We've got hands. We can pick it up and stir, but just from that side of things.
Yes, it can be done as it has been done, she's thinking.
So.
Okay, we have been very happy with their communication, so we do wish maybe to live it now in order to allow the brain to remind that.
Yes.
And to repeat that.
That's excellent. So we'll leave it again till tomorrow. So thank you so much.
Ashtamala is fine. She was aware of it, but she's also experiencing her own things.
Yes.
She's aware that this is finishing, and it is okay to leave it for the next time, as you wish.
Yes.
If you wish so.
Yes. Because she is has a form and has a life, and it's just don't want to intrude, but it's wonderful talking to her. You never know if she might be busy doing something, whereas, well, you're always around.
Oh, thank you. We're never busy.
You are busy, but you're multi-dimensional and
you
quantum.
Are.
Yes, but you can
We
handle us
understand.
and everything else. And we love that your energy is with us all the time, and we can connect whenever we need to or want to.
She can manage very well too. Maybe
Okay.
that.
All right, great. We'll keep that in mind then too.
Stephany needs some word about we leave then.
We'll leave now. We'll end the session now, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this time.
Thank you. Again, we're learning so much.
And for allow us also to experience your reality in a way through you too.
It's our pleasure.
We are so happy too, child. Thank you for allowing us in and to be at serve for the two of you.
Thank you.
And for many other beings as well that we know are going to get a lot from all of us.
Yes.
As they are too.
Yes.
Believe you now in the love and the light that you are and we all are. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much.
We talk tomorrow, as she said.
Talk tomorrow.
We talk when you call on us.
Sure. Thank you.
We are all connected and around.
Great.
Yes. Beings of love and light only.
Yes. Yes.
No, she's saying, as the other ones are also love and light, that means, are they going to try to use that to connect? I say, in essence, they are, but they haven't choose that. So that means the experience they're having, regardless whether they are in a form, in the no form, it is going opposite to that we are, truly love and light. So by saying so, there is no need to worry, child, because you are now connected to that true love that you are. So only beings from that are allow as us, beings that you allow too, you see, through the love and light. Those beings have chosen the opposite of love and light, so therefore they're not in line with that you are and that we all are, for whatever the time it is for their experience. You send them as you wish that love and light, because that's who you are. In a way, it keeps them away.
Now you've got a thinking they're even here. If she doesn't do that.
We're
not here.
Having enough fun. The shining light that you are and we all are is stronger.
Yes, sure.
So just go in peace. Enjoy your reality.
Yes.
And enjoy the knowing.
Yes.
And when a bit of fear comes, send that love and light that you are. Have a bit fun about it, you see. Enjoy it.
She knows how to do that.
Then saying, that was a nice human experience, but I'll let you go now.
Yes.
With love and light.
Yes.
And as I am love and light, therefore we don't match. Right? And then it's gone.
Yes. Thanks again.
You two are very wise too. We're just here trying to awaken that you are.
Yes.
Which you are.
Yes.
Okay, we leave you.
Okay.
Now.
Bye-bye. Talk soon.
Now.